When you hear someone on the right bring up DEI, what do you think of? Because unfortunately, I have another example. So while someone tweeted about Ryan Clark going after Peter Schrager, which was low, Dan Dakich, who works for Clay Travis's Outkick, would quote tweet that and say ESPN lets really dumb DEI hires loose on a set with absolutely zero accountability. Clark would never say what he said to the non-player Stephen A. Smith or fellow ridiculous DEI hire Mina. Idiotic has become the norm, sadly. So BSO would tweet, you can't just keep calling anyone who's not white or MAGA a DEI hire. Do you know or see how racist that sounds? And then Mina would actually reply to that one saying, he doesn't have points. He posts about me and other non-white employees constantly because it's the only thing that he does that garners attention as opposed to actually talking about sports. So let's go over Dan Dakich's resume, okay? He played under Bobby Knight, took over for Kelvin Sampson, and then he failed as a head coach, an interim head coach. He would mock a young Iowa State fan who was an amputee that had just passed, by the way, in an attempt to troll. He belittled a college professor because of her stance on college athletes getting paid. Then he suggested that she just wanted to sleep with him. Greg Doyle, who is a writer for the Indy Star, said that he hosts a show on a right-wing radio station that specializes in conspiracy theories, half-truths, outright lies, and hate. This is a direct quote from Dan Dakich. Man, it's amazing to me what idiots live in Scottsburg, Indiana. You townies down there, you're all full of meth and AIDS and needles and just, we should just annex them and get rid of all of them. He claimed that winning an ESPY equated to being a victim. He called Jalen Rose and Joyanne Reed racist, said Chiefs fans, predominantly white Chiefs fans, who sport Indian headdresses are just honoring Indians. He ripped an IU player because that player had tattoos and said, Ware got himself thousands of dollars of new tats. How about getting in the effing gym or film room and learn how to play instead of being in a tattoo chair? Prior to name, image, and likeness, he said college athletes could be broke because they can't be broke because they can afford tattoos. He argued a free education is sufficient enough when it comes to compensation, while the NCAA and schools, of course, generate billions off of likeness and performance, and he questioned Colin Kaepernick's intellect. This is who the guy that has a spot on Outkick, practically DEI for white folks, is calling Mina a DEI hire of. Take that for what you will.